Where do I start? So today is January 29, 2022, and 2 days more before we wrap up the start of 2022. So I don't really know what to say, but I just felt that I just have to do something because since this morning I've been wanting to either create a blog at my wordpress.com or create a video at my YouTube or just say something at the podcast, but with all these channels available at my disposition, I am still confused on what I want to do. But I'm not even sure if I'm gonna post this, but I know I just have to say it. Like if I have a friend or somebody wants to I just wanna share something and just let these thoughts out of my head, because if not, I'm just gonna crack. Okay, so I'm looking at my the podcast that I have so far in 2022. So this would be, if I'm gonna post this would be my 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be my 5th podcast in 2022. And while I don't know what to say, there's been a lot of thoughts in my head since this morning. I don't know, I just felt like I need to I was actually thinking to create a wrap up post for January, because it's February in 2 days. Hello, February 1. But there's just a lot of things in my head, and I was just actually thinking that these days I'm feeling a bit what do you call this, a bit refreshed, as I was cooking pasta. I wanted to create a podcast while cooking, because there's just so much in my head. I was the thought that I have in there was I just felt like the passing days were so refreshing. I haven't been this has been my longest period of being what do you call this, seeing things so much clearer. I don't know what happened, but I don't even want to admit that it's because I what do you call this, that I have deactivated my social media, and I don't even know, because no, there's just so many things. There's a lot of things in January. So what do I want? And also so many things in January, right? So to hash my first month of 2022, and just to wrap things up a bit for me, and to not what do you call this, to not nag myself in 2023, because I don't have something of my 2022 January. So this is me trying to record something. So what really happened on the first month of 2022? What happened to me? And I think we can I could see it in in my podcast. My second post for 2022 in my podcast was titled "So Not 2022 Ready," and honestly, I can't remember now what I've talked about it, but I felt that because of the typhoon, and because of me not being able to wrap up my 2021 properly, I felt that on the third day of 2022, I wasn't feeling ready for 2022 yet. But since we are now on the last 3 days of 20 January 2022, I am here to tell you that I think 2022 has welcomed me with maybe not so good, but I don't know. I just felt that it makes me more confident to tackle or to face the rest of 2022 because of what happened with January. Okay, so where do I start? Anyways, so yeah, I'm looking at my podcast post again. So I posted something on January 15. So the triggers of my FB and Messenger deactivation. So if you haven't listened to that, you can go ahead. It's just 30 minutes. Oh my god. No, I know 30 minutes for you guys is like very hard already to just talk about me talking, but yeah, I did actually. There are times that me recording these things and me listening to it like months after makes me feel comfortable. Like I don't know. I don't know if you also have that feeling that listening to yourself after a few months makes you, what do you call this? Like it warms your heart. But for me, it actually warms my heart listening to myself. Like, oh, this is what I did, and this is what happened on this date and date. So that's why I'm also recording. Since I the feeling that I have now is very refreshed and also very wanting to just let all the things in my head put into words. I'm just blabbering too much because yeah, I'm just putting my thoughts out there. Okay, so going back, so there on January 15, I posted the FB and Messenger deactivation because that's I think for me that's one thing that really triggers this readiness for 2022. So I started my 2022 with the thought that I'm gonna do a digital Konmari. So for those of you who know about the Marie Kondo, so there is a Marie Kondo, right, on your physical stuffs. So I actually did that last December. So I cleaned out some of my clothes and some of the things here in the condo. So after I did that, the next thing that was put in my head was like doing a digital KonMari. So, and right now I'm on our personal computer, so I'm looking at my eternal to do Google sheet. So I actually have that, like I have this list of things that I want to do eternally. This like and today I was actually merging some stuffs. Aside from that eternal to-do list, I also have this social media list where I listed all my social media sites and everything. So right now I'm cleaning those one up. So today I just listed something that I did last January 7, and that is Facebook Krisha Julio deactivated since January 5, 2022. So the note that I gave here was that keep deactivated for a year, then delete in 2023. So for a person like me who always does a lot of things and sometimes I forgot about them, so seeing this eternal to do with notes and the dates that I did it's very comforting. Like, oh my gosh, so this is what I did. So I was actually very happy with myself. Oh my gosh, I did this already. Like, I started the day actually. What to do? Like when I woke up this morning around I think that's 10. I was actually, oh my gosh, today is Saturday. So what do I do? Like, I have time in my hands and all, and so what I actually did is I started the day opening up my Google Sheets. So I ended up looking at this eternal to do, and I also checked my other eternal list. So, yeah, guys, even my personal life, I actually have organizers for that. I'm going crazy if I'm not gonna list all the things that I wanted to do, because it really makes me comfortable to like really know what I've been doing day to day, especially on the weekends. And I think for weekdays, right? What do you call this? Because we're working on weekdays, right? So it's a no-brainer. Like most of your weekdays will be focused on work. But I think I have shared it with you as well that since November, I have been transferred into a new team. So this is just so awesome, because right now I'm really focusing on being limiting my working hours to 10 to 12 hours. Oh my gosh. I hate to say this, but yeah, before my new team now, I tend to just do overtimes, because I also I try to do employee engagement also at work. So I work like beyond 12 hours. But right now with my new team, I like that they are really they what do you call this? Being with them helps me, what do you call this, like I am encouraged to not work beyond my working hours. This is just a new thing, for the first few days being with them, like, oh my gosh, after 6 p.m. or after 7 p.m. I'm already free. And that period, like for the first week, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with my extra hours? I also have a toddler, right? I could play with Onyara, or but that's the thing. Onyara is also old, not very time consuming as well. She demands some time from me, but not really so much that I couldn't do any free time for myself. And before that, I was spending that extra time at work by doing employee engagement, and also I was spending that extra time on my weekdays on my social media, right? I was sharing and doing a lot of things and all. But these days, I don't have my social media anymore. And I don't have the time to look at other people's lives and all. So I was really, oh my god, what am I going to do with my free time? So the first weeks was hard, but now I actually felt better, and I realized like, oh, I actually have a lot of things to do, especially when I look at my eternal to do. And I I don't actually miss the scroll. Like I have been out of that scrolling habit already since I think that was on and off for 2021, but there are times as well that if I don't have anything to do, I just mindlessly scroll and look at other people's life. But since I deactivated my Facebook, and it's aside from Facebook, I also deactivated Onyara's Instagram as well, and also my Instagram. So the my main Instagram, Kring July, it's also deleted. So I have deleted it since January 16. And also aside from that, I also deleted Onyara's Instagram since January 17. So, and of course, I downloaded all our info, so it's safely saved in our drive right now, and I actually add that notes as well here in my eternal to do. So that's just so awesome. Like when I look at this morning, I was like, oh my god, Kring, you're just so usi and all. And I thank myself for doing this to myself. Like if I don't have the eternal to do, I would wonder of like, how do I spend my free time, and how do I go about going on with my life without these things, right? But since I have this, I actually have a lot of things listed here, and now I realize that there's just so many things in the world that I could do, and I shouldn't feel, pressured to if I have free time, because hey girl, you have around 43 items on your eternal to-do list. So what's actually in my eternal to-do list? So there's one. Clean up all Gmails and create tracker for photos. So that's just one. So mostly right now in my eternal to-do list, it's I'm very cluttered, guys. Even in the digital world, I'm very cluttered. I have a lot of email addresses. I have a lot of blogs. Okay, just one example. I have a blog with 10 other sub blogs. So oh my gosh. And the goal for that blog is just the goal for me is just to focus on one blog for everything, and one YouTube for everything, and one Instagram. Like, oh my gosh, being permanent is really hard for me, and I think for 2022 I'm just gonna be that person to just stick to one. Like, oh my gosh, I need to learn. I'm 35 now. I'm midway to 40. I should have that maturity in permanence. I don't know if it's a problem, but I think I'm seeing it as a problem because I have a lot of clutter in the digital world. So yeah, and I think my January 2022 is focused on cleaning up my acts in the digital world. And so it started with me deactivating my social media, and I felt good. Like, it's really awesome to be out of the loop. Like, I have this fear of missing out, FOMO, but right now I can actually say that there's still fear, of course. You cannot really so what's happening with this person and all, but I think for now I am in that state that I understand that those friends that I really have will connect with me um through the means that's possible for them. And I thank you. You know who you are. Thank you for connecting with me. I miss you. And yeah, soon we'll see each other soon, but not in a few days. I know you know already what we've been going through, but yeah, I'm gonna connect with you soon. And thank you for making me comfortable that even though I'm not that connected with all my other social platforms, you have been connecting with me on other platforms. So thank you for texting. Thank you for I for making me comfortable that even though I'm not socially connected, you're still connecting with me through the means that's available. So thank you guys. And yeah, so for my January 2022, I have maybe disconnected some of my social platforms, but I feel very connected. Like I feel very refreshed, and I feel very, what do you call this, like attuned, like so this is me, okay, so on January 5, right, so I started deactivating my Facebook, and then on January 17, on the week of January 15 and 16, so I also deactivated some of our Instagram profiles. So before deactivating Onyara and my Kring July profile, so I have like 7 Instagram profiles. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. So aside from my Instagram profiles, I have 7. No, aside from my Facebook, like I have 7 Instagram profiles for everything, and I also have a lot of blogs for, oh my gosh, for each category. So I'm just gonna clean that up. I don't know when, but it's on my eternal to do. And aside from that, I know there are still a lot of usernames or a lot of accounts that I have for other social media channels. And also I also want to share that I actually started oh my god, I am very, what do you call this, I'm one of those persons who really, I don't hate TikTok, but it's very what do you call this, like a lot of people are using TikTok, right? So like for me, I don't want to use things that's very famous. I don't but I actually created a TikTok profile, like I forgot when that was, like I think it's on the week of January 17, but yeah, so I created, because the push for that is, I noticed Onyara is very she likes to, like when there are videos, she likes to create videos, and she really enjoys that like she really enjoys recording, and TikTok is fun. So I tried to install it, and I think we have around 8 videos maybe, and then after 3 days I deleted it. Oh my god. Yeah, I deleted my TikTok, and but of course the videos I downloaded it because that was fun. Like I know Onyara really enjoyed it, but for me, I was afraid that I'm gonna be focused on doing TikTok so much that I'm just gonna go back to being my what do you call this, like that person. So that's why I am not in TikTok anymore, so I deleted it. And aside from that, what else did I do for January? So I created a TikTok and deleted. I also, yeah, I'm also in Medium, guys. So also in, I think I have shared with you that I actually shared that I am actually searching for things where I could monetize my passion, right? Like, what's my passion? So my passion is really sharing, like I want to talk, like I want to share things, but not with but the thing about me is I just want to talk about my feelings, like about myself, like what I want to do, because yeah, so I was actually searching for a platform where I could probably earn money by just writing about myself or writing about my thoughts and all. And Medium was one of that platform. So I tried to write at Medium, and I don't know if it's gonna continue, but the what do you call this? The bigger plan that I have is soon when I have the time, all my public profile, like all my WordPress blogs will be deactivated, and the things that's maybe useful to other people, like they can learn something from it. So I'm just gonna transfer it in Medium, but that's still a plan. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pursue that, but yeah, that's also one of the things that I did for my January. And aside from that, so the digital Konmari, and aside from that, yay, I was also able to study. So at work, I was able to have a certification. So that's a product owner certification from Scrum.org. So I haven't really shared the details about it, but yeah, that's also part of the achievements in my the first month of 2022. So I was very happy. So although there are some setbacks in getting that certification, but I'm focusing on the positive, and I think I want to congratulate myself for making it, getting that certification. It I know it might seem small to most, but I think like being 35, being a mom, and doing all these things, like although I didn't really stop learning. Like for me, I always enjoy to I enjoy skilling up myself. Like I'm one of those persons who just I'm like I have this subscription, like I read new things, like I am on a woman network. I read a lot of self-help articles. Like I always try to like improve myself on leadership, on psychology, and all that things. I never stop learning. But to actually get yourself out there to really aim for certifications is a different thing. Like it's very like when I started this journey in wanting to have certifications back in 2021, February to March 2021 to be exact, because that's when I started to study for my the internal certification at work, the agile certification. It's very, what do you call it, like there's really a difference between learning something that you like for me, I always love psychology. Like I read a lot of things about psychology, like feelings, leadership, but because that's something I like, and no one would quiz me or would test my knowledge on that. It's just for me, like for personal consumption. But when you think about getting a certification, like I really have to share to my leadership that I want to have the certification, that I'm gonna study for it. You are accountable. Other people will be accountable to your learning, and that's when it was really crazy, because when I shared that I wanted to have certification, like, oh my gosh, I like, oh no, what if I fail? There's this a lot of thoughts in my head, like, can I am I that person who can absorb so many things? Like, for most of you who might know me, you might have this idea that I'm intelligent or something, but honestly, guys, I know I am, but there's just this feeling that you're too old to learn. And like, especially, I'm too old to memorize things. Like, especially at work, you don't really memorize things. You just, you need your creativity and your skills to do your work. You don't have to memorize a lot of things, because when you want to remember something, right, you just gonna search it in the internet and then apply. But to get the certifications, you have to learn the theories, and you have to memorize it. Like, and I think I'm not the type of person who really memorize things. Like, yeah, I've survived my student life with memorizing, but at work, I don't really memorize things anymore. Like, what I actually did is just absorb things and then apply. So, but when taking a certification, you can't really focus on just absorbing all the theories and then application, because with the certifications, there are book to book definitions that you really have to be familiar. So that's when my fear started. Oh my gosh, can I really pass this? Like, oh my gosh, do I have to memorize this 15 pages and all? And but that was Agile certification, right? Like, I have been introduced with Agile since back in 2013. So that's when I really started to be in touch with Agile. So while I was doing I actually didn't memorize. Like, I didn't memorize the things. So what I actually did is that, because I tried to memorize for the first few days of when I'm doing the certification study. So I tried to memorize, but then every time I get into the mock exam with just the memory of the things that I have read, no, it was so crazy. I actually didn't pass most of the mock exams. So I just returned to my way of understanding things. So what I actually did is just I didn't memorize. I actually just have a few pointers, and then absorb. Like, I have to what really changed was that I let go of the fear that if I don't pass, people would would castigate me. Like I think I have come to a point of realizing that even if I fail, the only person that would really be disappointed with me is myself if I'm not gonna pass. And it doesn't matter, I am at a point in my life right now that other people's thoughts of me wouldn't matter that much. And I think that's the biggest learning that I have, and that's also the biggest what do you call this, the biggest push that made me really pursue the certification in March 2021. So last year I had my first certification, that's Agile Professional Certification, and it's an internal certification. So after that, I aim to get this product owner certification. So right now, it's no longer an internal certification at work. It's actually if you are familiar with Scrum.org, so that was the certification that I did for PSPO I. So that's I was able to pass that last January 2022. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna continue. Okay, I'm just gonna continue. Somebody is at the door. Yeah, later, guys.